G'day folks, in my last video I showed you how to create that tilt shift look with your drone videos. In today's video we're going to take that same technique and create miniature tilt shift photos that we've taken with our drone. In today's video I'm going to be doing it on my iPad Pro using free software. However, you can follow along on any device that you use. You can do this on an iPhone or an Android device. So let's just jump right in and take a closer look. So just like when we were creating that tilt shift look with our drone videos, we want to pick an appropriate photo. Again, it looks best when you have a downward facing vantage point, and that's why drone shots are actually perfect for creating that tilt shift look. And again, you don't want your subject too close. After all, we want it to look miniature, but you don't want it too far. You want to be able to see what's in frame. It's a very simple effect to create. We're basically going to up the saturation and strategically place some blurring. And basically it kind of plays tricks with your brain into thinking it's miniature. Here's an example here of one that I created, and this is the image we're going to use for this tutorial. You can see here how this farming equipment looks miniature in this field. Basically, for this tutorial, I'm going to be using an app called Snapseed. It's by Google and it's free, and you can get it both on Android and iOS devices. If you don't have it already, you just have to go to the appropriate app store and download it. You can see here it is here, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch it. If you don't have this app already on your phone or tablet, I highly recommend it. You can do a lot of really creative things with it. In fact, it's how I create all my thumbnails for my YouTube channel. So once we have Snapseed open, we're going to open up a photo. So I'm going to hit Open from Device. I'll click All Photos. And from here, we just have to browse to where our photo is. And I believe this is the one here that we're going to edit. Yep, there it is there. So this is the original shot to the one I just showed you, the one that looked like it was a miniature. And basically, we're just going to do a couple quick edits to it. The first thing we need to do is up the saturation. Now, when you add saturation, you're going to have to kind of go against all your instincts because you want it more saturated than what you would normally do. Normally, when you're editing photos, you don't want things oversaturated because it looks unnatural. But for tilt shift, you do want it oversaturated because you do want it to look a little unnatural. So we're going to click here on this edit button, and we're going to go to Tune Image. Now, if we just touch the screen and drag, you can see here it gives us all these new options under the Adjustment tab. And we're going to pick Saturation. And we're just going to up it. You don't want to go too high where the colors start to fall apart, but you do want it looking a little oversaturated, a little bit more than what you would normally do. So I'm going to put it at about there. I'm not sure what that looks like on film, but hopefully you can get an idea of what the saturation level is. So once we're happy with that, we're going to hit the check mark there down the bottom right-hand corner. Now the last step is we're going to place some blurring strategically on the image. So the next thing what we're going to do is click on the edit there again, and we're going to click on the lens blur tool. Now by default it comes up, you can see here it's an elliptical blending tool, and we want to change that. If we click that button there, we want it set to linear. The first thing what we're going to do is shrink it down. And as you can see here, as we're shrinking it, we can actually spin it. So sometimes adding it on a bit of an angle adds a nice effect as well. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller there. And that looks not too bad, but I think we need a little bit more blurring in it. You can see the back is blurred, the front is blurred a little bit. You can see when I touch the screen and drag side to side, it adjusts the blurring level. So we're going to turn that up a little bit, maybe to about there. If we touch the screen and go up and down, you can see that we can also adjust the transition from the blur to the not blurred. And again, this is just trial and error. Every image is going to be a little bit different. But yeah, I think that looks good there. And we can adjust the vignette strength if you want. It's not really necessary for this tilt shift look, but can sometimes add a little bit of more dramaticness to the image. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So we can hit the check mark down the bottom right hand corner to save those changes. So as you can see there, we now have a nice miniature look, and it was really simple to do. So at this point, we just have to export it to our camera roll. So we click that button down there at the bottom right hand side, and we click on export. And there we go. If we go to our camera roll, there's our new tilt shift photo. Well folks, hopefully you enjoyed this video and maybe you'll have some fun creating some miniature tilt shift looked photos. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.